you seem to be religious.
It says what?
If any man among you seem to be religious.
It says if any man among you seem to be religious. I mean, we live in Milwaukee. And Milwaukee is the most religious place on the face of the planet. Like, real fast, we do around 28 and 64. Right, Milwaukee is. You got hella Muslim mosques, right? You got I don't know how many Christian churches, how many missionary Baptist Christian churches, Zion Baptist churches. Right? You got plenty of so-called Israelis and their Jewish beliefs. Right? It's a whole lot of religions out here, right? Right.
If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridle not his tongue.
Right, bridle not their tongue. You ever notice when you talk to a Christian pastor, they gotta over-talk to make their point? When you talk to a brother that's a Muslim, they gotta over-talk to make their point? Like, that's because of this one reason right here, right?
But deceiveth his own heart. This man's religion is vain.
What the Lord say?
This man's religion is vain.
The Lord said that all of these religions out here are actually vain. Right. That's why they gotta over-explain. That's why they gotta, just kind of making stuff up. Right? The Lord is not with religion. Right. However, go to 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. Right, the Lord is with nationality. The Lord is with grace. Right, drop what you got with an Amos chapter. Open what you got with an Amos chapter.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Get out.
But ye are a chosen generation.
It says that what?
But
Ye are a chosen generation.
A royal priesthood and holy nation.
The Lord called us a holy nation. Now, biblically, a nation is talking about a race of people and families. Right? Would you say that everybody is within the black nation? Not really. Would you say that you are of the nation of white people? You said really with Islam? You said the Chinese and Puerto Rican people with Islam? I ain't never seen a Chinese Muslim. That's kind of new to me. You know,
anybody can be Muslim.
Yeah, that's a fact. Right? Anybody can be Muslim. Right? That's why we're not talking about religion. Right? We're not talking about religion at all. We're talking about race, nationality, ethnicity. Like being a so-called African American man. Can anybody be African American? Anybody may be African American, right? Anybody can join to be a Muslim. Like, I can go out and rape 100 kids and then turn around and say I'm a Muslim. Did you know that 85% of the people that go to jail are Muslims? We just did our research on that. 85% of the people that are in prison, they convert to Islam. Because Islam allows you to be a lawbreaker. It allows you to be a criminal and to still say that you believe in God. Right? That's why we don't deal with religion. Right. And however, the Lord does deal with nationality. Go to Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
It's the book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hear this word, what the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
What the Lord call us?
O
Children of Israel.
We got a race of people called what we call the Israelites. Right? The true Jews of the Bible. Right? Because who do they say the Jews look like now? They say the Jews look like white people. Right. Now, Jew is just short for Judah. Jew is just
get back on the fight, man. You gotta think like as far as like greed and sacrifice, like this is deep. You gotta know that it's somebody like see what we're doing now, even like what we're doing now. It's somebody in every race doing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line. You know, all colors is doing, you know.
doing what?
But yeah, niggas get jumped in. Like I will see that on Pakistan. That's something.
So you said all colors is doing what again?
Somebody got to that's about something. You know what I'm saying? That's about something.
So you gotta hear about something?
Yeah, you got to hear about something. First about something. It might not be all good, and it might be good. You know what I'm saying? It might be a mixture of both.
Alright, so what you just said was real heavy. Now let's see what comes with being a white person. Like, what does the white person gain in America? You said it's a system?
Yeah, as far as, I mean, if you was to taking the game back as far as this race. I know who they want to be and what they want to be.
Who would you say it is?
White man, trick that all that knowledge. Y'all know the business. Good or bad.
So you saying that he don't know what he want to be or do?
White man, trick. So if you look at the breeding patterns though, I done missing all this shit. Really, I know. You look at the breeding patterns, like even this, like stepping outside the race. Shit, black and whites and Puerto Ricans, it's a man nigga Hispanic and not nigga person out of all races. Now, I mean, it's personal, but it's not. It's a universal international thing. Like it's like everybody who's square away. Like,
So it's the visual.
even everything on it, like, around,
What we just trying to tell you is that you're an Israelite.
Right.
Like, there is a difference between everybody on earth. Like, you said a couple of things I think we're most of trying to talk to the people like that. Like you said, it's good and bad. They come with every race of people. However, when you look at the way that black people live in America, what's good about the way that we live?
Right.
Broke as hell.
I mean, it's all that you like to do. How you do it too. So bad art, like good art by yourself, like support. So everybody who just started, you know, it's really wet all the time. Everybody who just started, then go ahead, just give you something. But not that's it's like we're giving it from the bottom.
So let me ask you, what good can we make of slavery?
Right.
What about you ever heard of buck breaker? They rape the men. What good can we make of that? What about rape? What good can we make of rape? A lot. What good can
Ain't
we
nobody
make?
talking to these dudes, no good churches behind that. You don't want to own up to kind of constantly.
Who don't want to own up to it?
You gotta take this guy for something.
That's a fact. Who doesn't want to own up to that? Who don't want to own up to slavery, rape, robbery, and murder? Can't say this us.
The niggas that's on that shit and doing that shit. I mean, that's
did it?
That's the impression they got out of all that shit.
Who did it? White people did it.
Right.
Which is why, like what you were saying is that, you know what I'm saying, everybody got their good and bad. But ever since we done been here, you ain't told me one good that done came with white people. Not one. You can't tell me one good that done came with Asian people. Right. Not one. But even when it comes to being black, tell me the benefits of that.
The word of God said, though, is to get back out the white man. Like the white man don't talk. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep blocking the white man. Let's see the middle man.
Deuteronomy 7:3.
That's the next time I'm going to set the red dog. This nigga don't want to get it right now. White man's hard to fit. That's what I said. You pay attention to breeding cycle. You pay attention to what breeding does. When you think racist, it's the white man. The Puerto Rican. That's the big white man.
Yeah.
What you grew up with Thomas Hart, that is what you're talking about.
That's specifically why the Lord commanded us. That's specifically why the Lord commanded us. I read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
The Lord said,
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
like you said, it's the breeding patterns. Like the Lord commanded us not to even make marriages with our oppressors. True. So what we shouldn't allow ourselves to breed with them.
You know what I'm saying?
We shouldn't allow ourselves to breed with them.
I gotta get that.
Teaching the Bible. Well, we teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. This picture right here. This picture right here. The image that they try to teach us that Christ actually looks like. white devil, man, we start to make white people our heroes. Right? We worship these so-called white men, which is why when they gave us drugs and guns, and we gave what our God, we didn't mess with what our God gave us. Right? We used what our God gave us. Like the white man, what else did they give us? They gave us fathers not being in the home. You see, we out here doing that every day in and day out. We make it show our fathers not in the household. They gave us black murder. That's what they gave us. And what do we turn around and do? We do exactly what it is that they gave us. That's what I call it.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Yup.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
It says the revealing of the man that they call Christ, of the man that they call Jesus Christ. Now we're gonna compare it against this picture and see what he looks like. Nothing out of
Verse 14.
You know,
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It said that he had a woolly textured hair and his hair was white. He got German Shepherd hair right there.
Right.
A damn, not a Doberman, what's the damn golden retriever. Right, read on.
As white as snow.
What?
And his eyes were as a flame of
Now
fire.
he got sea blue eyes. And them is blue eyes. It said that Christ actually had red eyes, like passion. And when you look at somebody, a black person's eyes in the sun, it gives you like a brownish reddish hue. Right, read on.
And his feet,
And his
like,
what?
and his
feet.
feet,
Again?
And
his feet.
I was talking about his skin color. Come on.
like unto fine brass.
Now, I'm not the best colorist in the world, but that shit ain't grass.
right.
That ain't brown.
At all.
Right? It said his feet were like unto fine grass.
As if they burned in a
Furnace.
We all had grandma, we all had people that could cook. It says his feet look like grass and you burned them in a furnace. What happened if you overcook anything? It's gonna turn black. However, this is the image that they gave us. They gave us this white Jesus right here. That's why when I asked you what good comes with white people, this is the only good they can think of that comes with white people is this white Jesus. Because it's only good for them. So what? Nah, it's a man by the name of Caesar Borgia. Right? That's who the image of this man called Jesus Christ actually comes from. Yeah. It ain't even come from this pink guy right here. Real fast, go to Wisdom of Solomon. Or go to Act First Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Get out.
For a father afflicted one untimely morning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away.
So this man, Caesar Borgia, he was a homosexual. Right? And when he died, his father, Pope Pius VI of Rome, right, repainted his image as who? You know?
Now honored him as a god.
Honored him as what?
Now
Honor him as a
They
god.
now honor this man as he's like the person that's supposed to be Jesus Christ.
Right.
Well, Christ didn't look like that. We just read it out the Bible. That's the negativity that comes with our oppressor. And that's why the Lord is against our oppressor. The Lord actually hates white people. The Lord hates everybody that has made themselves against the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Right,
I mean, look at the way we live in, man. Right? Look at the way that we have to live. Who owns Zaza's? East Indian? You got all blacks in the air. All of our black people spending our money with the Arabs. Well, how long is they stay open for long. Remember with black-owned businesses, they die out. You know who gave them that business loan? Our oppressor gave them that business loan.
That's right.
Right. Our oppressor gave them that. Now ask me who gave leaders a business loan. Nobody. Otherwise, they would have still been open, man.
Right.
Our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Go to Romans, the 9th chapter. Romans chapter 9, start at verse 3.
Drop this. First Maccabees.
Yeah, you can drop it.
Romans 9 and 3.
Yeah, start at verse 3.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Right, he said that I wish that my son were a curse from Christ, meaning that I wish I could have took Christ's spot. Because Yahweh Shah, the man that we call Christ, did something real heavy, man. They think that he died for the entire world. He did not, man.
At all.
He died for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Right, that's who the Lord died for, man. He said that I wish that I could have taken his place, right? Read on.
For Christ were my brethren.
For my who?
For
For my brethren.
Read on.
My kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to the what?
According to the flesh.
Now, would you say that anybody on the face of this surface are people according to the flesh? They not. Asian people ain't our people according to the flesh. I mean, the flesh, you know what I mean by the flesh, man. They don't look like us. We don't have the same genotype. Right. We different biologically. He said that I wish that I could be the curse of Christ of my people according to the flesh.
Who are Israelites.
Who are call us?
Who are
The
Israelites.
Lord didn't call us African American.
Right.
He didn't call us Jamaican. He didn't call us Haitian. called us Israelites, man. Right? You know who renamed us? So-called white man that renamed us.
Right.
He called us niggas.
Right.
He called us Puerto Rican.
A nigga,
Puerto Rican.
nigga.
You said what? Nigga just means black. Anybody can't be a nigga. Give me Acts 13. That's nigga. Give me Acts 13 and 1. The term nigger actually means black. Right? Did you know that the people in the Bible is called nigger too? Right. Go to Acts 13.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called
nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
That
was called nigger.
That they was called nigger.
Right.
Now these same brothers is gonna give you the physical description of them. Give me Songs of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 5.
The book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5.
Bring it out.
I am black,
What did he say?
I am black. I am black.
He said that I am black, you know what?
but comely.
He said that I'm black and I'm beautiful. Now they call you a black monkey if you dark skinned. Right. You a black charcoal, a black piece of sugar honey iced tea. That's what they say now. But the prophets in the Bible were called nigger, and they were what?
I am black.
They said that they were black.
It's the book of Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Bring it out.
Judah mourning, and the gates thereof language. They are black.
Black.
They are what?
They are black. They are black.
It says that they are black. Right. Job chapter 30 and start at verse 30.
This is the book of Job, 30 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
My skin is black upon me.
It says what?
My skin is black upon
He
me.
said that my skin is black upon him.
Right.
Right?
Like that, man.
But who do they say is the people of the Bible? They say that it's white people. They say that Adam was white. They say that Moses was white. They say that Jesus was white. When we read it, everybody he was related to, it said that they were what? What did they say that they were, brother? They said that they were black. Right. They were chocolate brothers, man. Right? Give me Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. Right? You know why it says that they're black? Since they were the Jews, we're the actual Jews. That's our nationality. Now you got a people on the face of the earth now and today saying that they the true Jews of the Bible. Let's see what the Lord said about that.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
I know thy works and tribulation.
The Lord said, I know how hard your people work, and I know the tribulation that you're going through. Don't nobody struggle more than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Nobody. Right, you know what?
And poverty.
And what?
And poverty.
Nobody broke it in us, man. Right, you know what?
But thou art rich.
Because we rich in spirit. They put us in the worst parts of the city, and we still find a way to survive.
That's right.
We still find a way. Right? They take the father out of the household, and a black mother still find a way to raise 4 to 5 children.
Right.
That's why the Lord said that we're rich, because we have a spirit on us that's better than everybody else. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Blasphemy is a filthy, wicked lie. The Lord said, I know the blasphemy. I know the lies of the people that say that they are Jews and what?
And are not.
The Lord said,
And
are
are
not.
He said that they're not the true Jews.
That's right.
You know why? Because we're the true Jews.
Ah.
Because you're a Jew. Right? And that brother's a Jew. But what are they? You know what?
Are the synagogue of Satan.
What are the what?
But our
Synagogue of
The
Satan.
Lord said that our oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? They're the house of Satan.
Right.
Right? And since they're the house of Satan, let me ask you, can anything good come out of Satan?
Not at all.
And if they're the house of Satan, can anything good come out of white people? No. The white man is your oppressor and he is your enemy.
Right.
Right? He's the enemy of God.
Right.
Give me Genesis 25 and 25. Give me Romans the 9th chapter. Romans chapter 9, start at verse 13.
The book of Romans,
And Psalms 18.
chapter 9, and verse 13.
Bring it out.
As it is written,
Uh-huh.
Jacob have I loved,
Uh-huh.
but Esau,
who?
But Esau. But Esau.
But Esau, read on.
Have I
A
hated.
lot of people don't know that God actually hates. That's in the Bible. He said, what you mean? Right? So it says, Esau have I hated, but he said, I love Jacob. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, is talking about the 12 tribes of our people. Right? From us all the way down to the Guatemalans, man, to the Native Americans and the Seminole Indians. Right? We are the 12 tribes of Israel, but he said, this man named Esau. I got a problem with that, man. Give me Genesis 25 and 25.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, in verse 25.
Bring it out.
And the verse came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Called his name what?
Esau.
So it said this baby came out red all over and hairy. Who do they call red now? White people, right? When you look at their damn back or you look at their chest, they hairy as hell. That's a white baby that came out. What did the Lord say in that verse?
But Esau have I hated.
The Lord said that I hated Esau. He hated that oppressor, man. The Lord hated that devil.
Right.
You know why? Because that devil hated you. Right? And because he hated you, the Lord is going to flatline our oppressor.
That's right.
The Lord is going to turn down. He's going to go against our enemy.
Right.
Right.
Right? But in order for that to happen, what do we have to do? Go to 1 Chronicles chapter 80, verse 47. Go to Judith chapter 5, and start at verse 27. Judith 5 and 27. Judith 5 and 27. You got it. 5 and 21. It's the book of Judith, chapter 5.
In verse 21.
Bring it out.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them.
Lest their Lord what?
Lest
Let their Lord defend them.
It says, lest our Lord defend us. Wouldn't you agree that we need to be defended? Wouldn't you agree that we got enemies? So wouldn't you say that black people been just doing us for years? Wouldn't you say that we've been doing us for the last 100 years? Read it.
Judges chapter 17 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
In those days, there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
So it says in those days, right, every man did what was right in his own eyes. They had no leadership. We ain't got no leadership now. Now, what do our neighborhoods look like ever since we've been doing our own thing? They look horrible. You ever been to Burlock? Huh? I mean, what Burlock look like? What Brown Street look like? Fondland, Lee, like you said, Capitol, Center Street. Where we at now?
It's around,
Where we at, man? It's around, right? Anything that start with a 2 is horrible. All the way up to the 40 circus is horrible. Right. So where you gonna find there? You gonna find black and Hispanic people in those neighborhoods.
Right.
Right? You see that? But that's what happens when we do what's according to our own will. Right? We gotta follow after our king.
That's right.
Right, the man that we call Christ. Right, so we can't just do our own thing and try to figure it out. We gotta get back to what the Lord said.
That's right.
Read Judith 5 and 21 again.
Judith 5 and Judith 5 and 21.
Get out.
But if there be no iniquity in their
Right,
nation,
if there be no iniquity in our nation. Iniquity means sin. Right? Start at verse 17.
verse 17, and whilst they sinned not before their God,
So while we didn't sin before the Most High, right, what happened?
they prospered.
Did what?
They prospered. They
It
prospered.
said that we prospered. Right? Are we prospering right now? You ain't even got to answer that. Because we not, man. Look at our neighborhoods. We ain't prospering. Look at our relationships. Look at our children. We're not prospering at all. That's because we are in sin right now.
Right.
Black and Hispanic man has learned to love our oppression more than we have loved the Most High.
that?
Even that brother right here, man. When he was out here with the Bible, he was like, nah. He didn't want to talk. But you see he over there getting jiggy with the Arab, though. Right. You see he over there loving. He helping that Arab out. He ain't got 5 seconds with his brother. Right. That's the problem with black people, man. Right? Read it again.
Verse 17 at the top.
You know,
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
Right?
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them,
So when we depart from the commandments of God, when we depart from the Bible, now I'm not talking about how they do it in church. I'm talking about how the Lord commanded us to do it. Right? Not eating pork, not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, not marrying people of other nations. Right? But what?
They were destroyed.
For what?
They were destroyed.
Destroyed right now because we separated ourselves from the Lord.
That's right.
Right? So we got to get back into what the Lord told us to do. Right? That means that you got to put you eat crab. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 14. That's righteousness work, like Anthony Hill.
Not too much.
Yeah. Ham is actually a sin. The Lord told us not to eat. What do you first say?
It's the book of Deuteronomy 24 and verse Salakia 14 and verse 8.
Get out.
And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
Right, the swine is talking about pork. Right, the Lord said that it's unclean unto us.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
The Lord said that we can't eat the pork. Would you be willing to give up pork for God? No bacon, no pepperonis, no ham hocks. The turkey pepperonis, they taste just so good. Yeah, I already guess you eat it. Go find you some, go find some marshmallows without pork, what's the name? Pork gelatin in it.
Hey, Salakia, I had some beef pepperoni last night.
Yeah.
They got beef pepperoni too.
You don't need
His hand.
You don't need to subscribe. You willing to give all that up for God, man? Pork, ham, pepperoni. It's fine, just better pepperoni. It ain't like you gotta stop eating pepperoni. Like I got beef bacon at the house, and it's delicious. Right? The other guy, he got beef pepperoni, and it's delicious. Right? We can't go off of what this world thinks is delicious. This world thinks homosexuality is delicious. That's what they think. So we got to get back to what the Lord said is delicious, man. The Lord said that pork ain't delicious, but beef is. You eat your ground beef, but leave the pork alone. That's all. Would you do that for the Most High? All praise to God.
I love beef.
All praise. You said how we were slaves? Yeah. You ain't gotta eat beef.
That's more on the women's side.
Sure.
It's up to us. We ain't gotta go look.
Sure. Now give me Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 12.
Bring it up.
Keep the seventh day to sanctify it. As the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day,
But
the seventh day,
The Lord said,
But the seventh day.
The Lord said the seventh day of the week. Let's get to the chase. But the Sabbath day of God, his holy day is Saturday. It's not Sunday how these churches say. Right? These churches say it's Sunday. Sunday is the first day of the week. You know why they say it's Sunday? Because they couldn't keep up with Pull Up Sugar. They couldn't keep up. What's the other clubs that we got out here now? They couldn't keep up with RWB. Right? They couldn't keep up with Oasis and Infinity. And the reason because they couldn't keep up with them, they changed it from being on Saturday to being on Sunday. So you can go to the club and be a whore, and you can come to church and be a whore. Right? Because every single woman in the church is pregnant by a man that don't want that baby because they're whores. That don't happen in our school, man. That don't happen in Rocky for Israel. That don't happen in the truth, right? We don't have pregnant single women, right? That just fell to their lust and desires and slept with a man because they wanted to. Like all of our kids got fathers in their lives. Yes, right? That's happening everywhere else. That's because the truth ain't everywhere else.
Right.
The truth is only here, man. Right? You gotta come to the truth, man. Right? The truth is only in this Bible right here.
That's right.
This is John chapter 8, verse 32. Right? It's only one place we can get the truth. John 8, 32.
of John, chapter 8, in verse 32.
No.
And ye shall know the truth.
The Lord said,
And
Ye shall know the truth.
And the truth shall make you
He
free.
said the truth is going to make you free. Because our women need to be freed of single motherhood and single parenthood. Our brothers need to be free of drugs. Our children need to be free of abuse and molestation.
Right.
We can only do that with the Bible. Are you willing to give your life over to the Most High, man? Like, put the fork down. All praise to the Most High. All right, what's your nationality?
That's right.
That's your nationality. That's what you are. That makes sense? It's like, right? You African American. You're a tribe of Judah. Makes sense? You got any questions, brother? You got a Muslim nigga selling bean products right around the corner. And he think they delicious. Right? I heard they taste good though. Not on the Sabbath. Because he doing business on the Sabbath. Right? Go to Nehemiah 10:31 real fast. That's how you knew that they not the men of God. That the Islam Muslims not the men of God. Right? Because the Lord commanded us to do this one thing on the Sabbath.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10. What it is. In verse 31.
You know,
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, on the Sabbath
Day to sell.
The Sabbath day to sell. He over there selling bean pies and all that. And then he's selling them for $15. Patty LaBelle pies is only like $5. This nigga out here with a bean pie. Bean with hard, knowing damn well black people struggle with high blood pressure and high blood sugar. And he out here selling carbs out the ass. Right? It says if anybody brings anything to sell, right, we doing?
Salaki, that we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Right, so the Lord said that we're not supposed to be buying nothing on the Sabbath. Hey, he out here selling bean pie. And they said that they'd have been a God. See that? It's only one truth. Right. So what?
This the thing, like, so do you got a problem with keeping the commandments, or you plan on keeping the commandments once you move away from it? I'm just asking the question. Plan on keeping the commandments? Like every day for the rest rest of your life to the best of your ability?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this the thing, bro. Like, our people be thinking, I heard y'all all say this. He think like, our people think that we just up here like acting, right? So we just up here, we some brothers that's just reading the Bible, and we just choosing to do this. But the thing is, the Lord command us to come up here to teach our people. And he also command us to keep the laws of God. That's part of the covenant that he gave only to the children of Israel. And that's the only way you can show him you love him, by keeping his covenant, meaning you have to keep his commandments. You can find that in 1 John 5:3. To show the Lord you love him, you have to keep his commandments. That's the only way you can show him. You have to never eat pepperoni. You have to never eat pork chop, never eat sausage, swine, catfish, etc., etc. Just wanted to make that quick.
Israelites, but you gotta keep the Lord, statutes, and commandments. You're doing well by keeping up the Lord. Right? You gotta keep the Lord. You're an Israelite. Right. Today's the Lord's lucky year. Today's the Lord's Sabbath day. No business. Okay,
Shit, y'all do this again, bro.
Pretty sure.
I mean, y'all came right here first.
Watch yourself,
Hey,
bro.
watch yourself, man.
Yeah, no, I see I'm watching my night.
Mark chapter 1 and verse 15.
I got
Sure.
I have, bro.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 1 and verse 15.
No.
It's saying the time is fulfilled and the kingdom of Yahweh is at hand. Repent ye and believe the gospel.
Says what?
Repent ye and believe the gospel.
Right, the Lord said to repent and believe the gospel.
Right.
That's what we got to come out here and tell our people. We got to come out here and tell our people to repent. Because everybody really ain't capable of telling people to repent. For one, like, that's why we were saying, man, being a prophet, right, is the highest rank of God before. Right, because if you're a prophet, you can't have no iniquity. Because the prophets are the only ones that can rebuke the nation. Right, with Daniel, all of the righteous men. If you got iniquity in you, I mean, he just turned you to truth of God. But I think I'm in Romans, the 3rd chapter. That's because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people feel like just because they teach the word, right, that they can kind of live any kind of way behind closed doors. Right, one.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 1.
No.
What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of Yahweh.
Right, we got to understand that we don't work to the Most High.
That's right.
Right, they were committed unto us. And we the prophets.
That's right,
Right? So many of our people don't really understand the burden that comes with being a prophet.
Right.
Right? How much self-examining you got to do. How you really got to watch your words. You might speak the wrong thing into existence.
Right.
They don't understand, right? Real fast, hold what you got. Go to Numbers chapter 16 and verse 29. Hold what you got.
I still got it, yeah.
Numbers 16 and 29.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 16
Verse
and verse 28.
No.
Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works.
He said, this is how you gonna know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, right?
For I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men,
He said that if these men die the common death of all men, the common death of all men is old age, making it to when you're 70 and dying. Not how we die off in America. Like, not getting shot and killed in the streets. But if you die the common death of all men, meaning that you get old and frail and you die a peaceful death. Right, everyone?
or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth, and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord.
Right, so when it comes to being a prophet, right, the things that you speak have that much more power behind them.
Right.
Because the Lord done picked you to stand behind you.
That's right.
Right, when the Lord is behind you, they don't understand, man. It's a real thin line to walk when the Lord is actually backing you up. Right? Right? Because when Yahushua had walked into, I think it was like Samaria, and they asked him, was you going to call down fire because they didn't want to hear what he had to say. They knew Yahweh could have did it, man. They knew the spiritual ability that he had. They heard about Elijah. How many people Elijah got put to death? Troops of men. Elijah called down fire and got them put to death. Right? It's a heavy burden being a messenger of the Most High. Because when the Lord has your back, I mean, whatever he says, or whatever you say, the Lord has to do. Because then say if you one of his prophets, and you say something, and it don't come to pass. Now it's not you that's looking like a fool, but thinking like, man, your God not real. I don't believe in your Lord, else that would have happened. I mean, you didn't see what happened in Palestine? How we spoke all of the bombs that dropped into existence? How a week after we got into it, one of their hospitals got bombed, man.
All praise.
Thousands of innocent lives dropped.
Right.
That's what happened. That's the power of actively wielding the power of God. That's the strength behind it. Go back to Romans chapter 9 and start at verse 3.
Yeah, Congressman, you got it. So how did I drop?
This is the book.
Not 9 and 3, sorry, 3 and 3.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3.
No.
For what if some did not believe?
It says what?
For what if
Some
some
did not believe.
So what if some people don't actually believe? Right, you know what?
Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, for every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Romans chapter 3 and verse number 5.
Get out.
If our unrighteousness command the righteousness of Yahweh.
Read it again.
If our unrighteousness command the righteousness of
A
Yahweh.
lot of people will be struggling when it comes to Paul's epistles, man. We're going to break them down. It says that if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God. Because look at the like, our unrighteousness is what keeps us going. And I'll break down what I mean, man. For some people, maintaining your integrity in the truth is too much. You can't stay in the truth, and you can't keep doing the work if you don't fall to your lustly needs and desires. Your pornography is the only thing that keeps you going. Your weed is the only thing that keeps your mind sane. However, because that keeps you sane, you can keep doing the work. You can keep getting people to repent. You can keep baptizing multitudes of people. And you think that even though you're unrighteous, it's commending the righteousness of God. Because if he's going to give forgiveness to all of these evil people, why wouldn't he give forgiveness to you? Just because you're committing a little unrighteousness, I mean, Milwaukee is full of evil. Why would the Lord show me mercy? Because I'm doing the work. I read it again.
But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God, what shall we say? Is God unrighteous to take vengeance?
Right? So we're going to say, if the Most High got up with us, is the Most High unrighteous for getting down on me? Like, yeah, I fall short sometimes, but the entire world falls short every day. Right? I mean, I mess up at times, but I mean, the entire world is evil. I'm not as evil as them, and I do the work. Like, why would the Most High get up with me? You would think that the Most High is so evil. Right, we doing?
I speak as a man.
It says what?
I speak as a man.
I'm speaking as a man. Come on.
God forbid.
Uh-huh.
For then how shall God judge the world?
It says, for then how shall God judge the world? People don't understand that you are the judges of this world, man. With integrity and righteousness. Just how there's no fault in the Most High, there can't be any fault in you, man. Right? There can't be any fault in you. Meaning that you have to be, or try to strive to be just as perfect as the God you serve. Right. That's why Christ said in Matthew 5:48, be therefore perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect. Right. Right? So you suffer. You suffer. Right? For the truth. Right? Suffering ain't always suffering carnally. You suffering out here. Suffering cannot be not having that woman that you want. Not visiting that website that you need to visit. Not smoking that blunt that you feel that you need in order to give you your peace. Right? You know?
Verse 7. For For if the truth of God had more abounded through my lie unto his glory.
It says that if the truth of the Most High, because we out here teaching the truth, man.
That's right.
We got a lot of people to repent. They don't know that. Thousands of views, man. Hundreds of thousands of views. That doesn't happen. And if the truth of the Most High then abounded through my hypocricy, right? What we doing?
Why yet am I also judged as a sinner?
Why am I getting judged the same way that they do? But I do so much more. Should not have some of that mercy. Should not be judged better than them, right? We doing?
Verse 8, and not rather, as we be slanderously reported.
And what?
And as we be slanderously reported.
Why wouldn't we rather, as we are slanderously reported? How we're reported. We're reported as hypocrites. That's what they believe. They say that we're Pharisees. To call somebody a Pharisee is calling them a hypocrite, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Like, I think when people see the Pharisees, I don't know why the hell they call us the Pharisees. We don't have power. We're not loved, right? The Christian church can make people to fear faster than we can sometimes. You get my point? All the Christian pastor gotta say is if you tell anybody I'm religious, you're not gonna make it to heaven. And they believe it. That's what happens. But we're slanderously reported. We're the ones that are called the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And Paul said, what we need again?
Verse 8, and not rather, as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil, that good may come.
As some affirm that we say, that let us do evil, that good may come. And we're going to continue to lie in our sins so that we can keep going out to do the work. I mean, we need sin sometimes. That's how people believe. That's how they feel that we teach. That's how we slanderously report it, man. What most people don't know is that the Gospels, even most of the New Testament, it was to everybody, but it was mainly to the laborers. Paul is teaching you how to endure as a laborer. Which is why Romans, the 12th chapter, is about what? Making your body a living sacrifice. People at home, they do that, but not really. Not the same way that we do. Right? To give your Saturdays up, Slucky. Giving your Saturdays up. And what's crazy, they think we just giving our Saturdays up. They don't know about Tuesdays or Wednesdays. They don't know about the Fridays. They don't know about the Mondays, the counsel you gotta give, the counsel you gotta receive. They don't know about getting checked. When you feel like you're right. What's going on, brother? Hold on, so you gotta read it. Swearing they can't get hit, bro. That's cap. So the capital niggas is
Whose damnation is just.
It says what?
Whose damnation is just.
I'll be back.
It says whose damnation is just. Right? Because the people that say that we hypocrites, like, you know what happens if you falsely accuse somebody of something? You get charged with that. Everything that's going to happen to the members of the Christian church, it said that is what?
Whose damnation is just.
The Lord said that it's just. It's fair. Because that's what they want to put on us, man. Everything that you try to charge somebody with as a false witness, you now have to bear that judgment. Right? And folks don't really understand that. That's what you're doing when you're calling us hypocrites. The Lord said that your damnation is just. Go ahead.
Verse 9. What then? Are we better than they? No, and no why. For we have before proved both Jews and Gentiles that they are all under sin.
Right? It says that we are no better than them, right? Because we have proven that both Jews and Gentiles, meaning that all of our people are all under sin. Right? I gotta put that down.
Verse 10, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one.
It says what?
There is none righteous, no, not one.
Right, the reason why he said that we are no better than them, I mean, I don't think they understood who brothers was before Fat Mike and Jew. Before brothers called themselves Solomon. And, I mean, brothers still kept his, what's his name?
They don't understand who Wiz was, or who Keontae actually was, man. Savages, right? Brothers who really couldn't even stand in this spot, right, without the protection from the Lord, man, because they probably got somebody pulling at them. But folks don't really understand, right? That is what makes us no better than them.
Right.
Because when we had the opportunity, we fell for the same lust that they did. We went for the same whoremongering that they did. We smoked the same weed that they did. And we now a little different. And I know you'll smell it. Because they out here. We're no better than those people that are smoking right now. Right? Because when we were under sin, we did the same exact thing. Right?
Verse 11. There is none that understand it. There is none that seeketh after Yahweh. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre.
It says that what?
Their throat is an open sepulchre.
It says that their throat is an open sepulchre. Right? Everything that they speak brings death. I mean, have you ever dated a crazy woman? No. You ever dated a sister that went to Marshall? What is the custom? Oh, God. The custom of the Vincent women used to be different. It's different. Right? Sisters from Mississippi. Man. Sisters from North Avenue. I shouldn't even have to break it down. But let's get my point. They at home, they ain't never been to North Avenue. That's why they don't know. They ain't never been to North Avenue. They think lot lizards. You hear what I'm saying? Freaking off in the night, man. Their throat is an open sepulchre, meaning that everything that they speak brings death. I mean, I shouldn't have to break it down. They know what their parents said to them, how they verbally abused you, how your teachers and your grandmother told you that you wasn't gonna be nothing in life. Right? Everything they say is harmful to God's expense. Right, you know?
With their tongue, they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under the lips.
It says the poison of asp is under the lips, right? An asp is like a snake, like a rattlesnake, right? Well, their poison is under their lips, right? Meaning that all of that evil is coming from where? Everything that they speak, right? That is the Christian church, right? The Christian church is absolutely destructive for the Black and Hispanic community, right?
Verse 14. Whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness.
Right? They said whose mouth is what?
Whose mouth is
Full of cursing and bitterness.
People get on us when we drop an F-bomb, or when we drop an A-word, or when we drop, whatever. Yeah. But he said that their mouth is full of cursing and vexation. Read it again.
Whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness.
Right? Dropping an F-bomb is not a curse. However, telling somebody, if you tell your parents what happened tonight, you're going to hell, is cursing somebody. Right? And that's bitterness. That's what it is. Right? What's another thing, Christian pastor? I ain't been around a pastor in so long. I can't remember speaking. You seen that swallowed up thing, right? You don't pay your tithes and offerings. If you don't pay your tithes and offerings in church, you hear what I'm saying? That's cursing and bitterness and vexation of heart. Right,
Verse 15.
No.
Their feet are swift to shed blood.
it says that there was
Their
Feet are swift to shed blood.
It was a sister, man, who had gave her testimony of what she went through in the church. Right, we went to it. They said what 7% of all women in the church have been molested or something like this. Was it 80-something% of all women that was in the church were molested? We looked up the facts, man. It was horrible. It was disgusting. However, you ever notice how nobody knows a rapist, but everybody knows the person that was molested? Shalom. Keep reading.
Verse 16. Destruction and misery are in their ways.
Right?
And the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes.
This is, there is no fear of God before their eyes. In order to touch a child, you cannot fear anything. Anything. know the repercussions that comes with America for touching a child. Just America. I mean, you see what happened to Pee Wee Herman, right? To
R. Kelly.
you see what happened to R. Kelly. Subway nigga. Now what's that nigga? Dan Schneider.
Schneider.
You see what they done doing to him, right? But you're not afraid of that. You're not afraid of that. And if you're not afraid of what the so-called white man will do to you, you damn sure not afraid of what the Most High do. Because the Most High judgment might tear you. The white man judgment, you will get sentenced like that, right? So if you're not afraid of a judgment that might be like that, you're not afraid of the Most High's judgment. They do not care, right, boy?
Verse 18. Verse 19. Now we know that what things soever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law,
Right.
that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God.
Right?
Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight.
Right, so we're gonna break it all down. Right? It says we know that therefore everybody who is under the law, right, does what?
Everybody under the law may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God.
Right? Everybody who is under the law is talking about the people that are under that Levitical government. All the people that are under the Levitical priesthood. Right? It says that they be what?
May be stopped. Every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God.
Right? It says and all the world may become guilty before God. Because we have all been guilty under the Levitical priesthood. Every single one of them. There is no forgiveness under the Levitical priesthood unless one is certain sins that you can sacrifice for. Then that Most High might allow you to let it go. However, right, worshiping another God, there's no sacrifice for it. There's no sacrifice for adultery, right? There's no sacrifice for so many of the crimes that we've committed against God, right? So it says that by the what?
It says to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight.
Therefore, by the deeds of the law, by putting to somebody to death, no flesh shall be justified in his sight. Right? How can I put a woman to death that I slept with? I can't do it. Right? You know, and then so what? We gonna break this down. Prostitutes, man. Folks man, they business deals and whatever the hell. Right, we're gonna deal with that right now. A transaction. Right, a prostitute is not a transaction. Sleeping with a prostitute is adultery. Right? Give me Genesis, what I want, 24, 67. I think I wrote that in John too. So Genesis what? 24, 67.
This verse.
Right here.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 24 and verse 67.
Bring it up.
No.
And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife.
Sex is marriage. Said and done. I don't give a damn if money is in it. What did it say in Exodus chapter 22 verse 16? If you sleep with her, you then have to endow her to be your wife. If the father utterly refuses, you're still supposed to pay him. And don't change the fact that she is yours. You're
Right.
just now in debt.
Right.
And if you don't pay that debt, he gonna put you in jail. And you just gonna be a married nigga in jail and in debt. Right? Money do not change marriage. Right? What the Lord say, you got that in John 5? Right? So what niggas is saying, right, is that if you pay, no, what they really go to is with Judah. When Judah had brought their prostitute, right? In order for you to put a prostitute to death, right? In order for you to be put to death for any crime, what do you need? You need a trial for what? Go to Deuteronomy 22. Start at verse 22.
It's the book of Deuteronomy.
21 and
sense either. It's imaginary. I was looking for 2 or 3 witnesses. I thought I was doing right. But you need 2 or 3 witnesses in order to put a prostitute to death. Or in order to put anybody to death that's living in this crime worthy of death. Now, anytime a woman has sex with a man, that man now becomes her husband. Right. Whether money is involved or not. However, once she sleeps with another man, what is she now doing? She's committed adultery. Now, in order to put her to death for adultery, what do you need? You need 2 witnesses. Now, if 2 niggas paid to sleep with that woman, how many witnesses you think you really gonna have? 0. Because who would want to be the nigga to step up and say, I slept with a prostitute? Not no damn body. It's just a bunch of adulterers that's hiding it. Right? That's why with Judah, when you read the excerpt with Judah, right, everybody didn't even know that he tried to pay for it. They brothers just knew that you would need 2 witnesses for a prostitute, which is why I wasn't gonna do it. I need 2 witnesses to do it. However, say if a man steps up and be like, okay, I slept with her, she's a prostitute. Well then he now gotta get put to death for committing adultery. And nobody wanna be that nigga. Right? So being sleeping with a prostitute ain't a damn transaction. Right? It's a sin worthy unto death. Right? You just found a way to try to treat death. That's why the Most High has to get over you. Right? Where's we at? We was in Romans.
This is Romans 3 and 21.
You know?
But now, the righteousness of God without the law is manifest, being witnessed by the law and the prophets.
That the righteousness of God is now made manifest. Right? Being witnessed by the righteousness of the prophets.
The righteousness of the law, the righteousness of God without the law is manifested.
Right. So the righteousness of the law, the righteousness of God without the law is now made manifest. Right? It's talking about us being given hearts of flesh, us no longer having hearts of stone. So the righteousness of God without the law is talking about us being a law unto ourselves. We're no longer governed by the laws that put us to death, by the priesthood that was ordained to put us to death. We're now no longer under that law. Like, that was actually like a tradition that our people kept. You ever seen with like the Native Americans, they wear those garments, they had them tassels hanging off? That was actually a biblical law.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
You know?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
To the who?
Unto the
Children of Israel.
It says speak unto the children of Israel. Right? The Jews are the body. Right? You got people on the face of the earth now saying that they're the Jews. Right? But biblically, the Jews were actually black. Right? We're the true Jews. Right? What did the Lord say?
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments. And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So the Lord said that it was a commandment for us to have fringes in the border or the edges of our garments. Right? What you got on right now. That's actually a law of the Most High. Like spiritual, but it ain't even yours. Sure. You said you heard of the Israelites before? Yeah. Definitely heard of it.
After this, it could be light, it could be know like it just, you know, I just feel like the way we know. That's it, but you know, it's all love. I respect it all. You feel me? It all have its way of it to the way the same form, you feel me? The same meaning, the same type of all of that to me, you feel me? So you know, I just believe it's a higher something out there.
You said you had to believe in Christ. Right? So what was Christ?
You know, it's just a word, it's just a name. You know, I don't believe all the way into Jesus Christ. I mean, the name Jesus, because it's the name that they gave him, man. It's the name that they gave him.
I say, like, now Jesus, right? Like, how you see this picture right here. They got
It's a black Jesus.
I got light
Black Jesus.
Now, here's the thing with believing in black Jesus is different lifestyle that comes with it. Right? Black Jesus over here. Right? When we're following after black Jesus comes with a different lifestyle. Right? Following after white Jesus, I mean,
Christian.
do whatever the hell you want to. Right? Smoke, rap, party with white women, do whatever the hell you want to. Because white Jesus brings no responsibility. You find that precept? I read that.
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 19.
No.
Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and
that
tremble.
what?
The devils also believe and tremble.
Right? It said that Satan demons also know that there is one God. He is well. Right? But the demons believe as well. Right? And they're afraid of him. But if the demons are afraid of him, why the hell are we?
Like it is, really.
You don't act like
A lot of us, you know, some of that's the ones, you know, the demon child.
T.D. Jakes openly witnessed that he liked to swallow. You think that's a nigga that fear God? Hell, see that?
I don't know, I ain't gonna lie, I got to play.
You're an Israelite, bro. Hey, Eddie just dropped a new song, bro. And 2 seconds into the song, no, Meek Mill, so like, he dropped some bottles. That nigga said, forgive me for what I did with Diddy. 2 seconds into the song, bro. No cap. Can't make this up. We'll have to bro. 5 seconds, bro. I got more respect. I have no respect for neither. But a nigga who felt like he was gay and acted on it, I would have more respect for than a nigga who did it for money. Like you sold your whole ass for money.
When they in school, it's like, what you do for $1 million?
Oh, it's a new song. It's not
I
out
could buy a
yet.
new mouth. Niggas be like, I could buy a new mouth. Niggas are gay. I could buy a new mouth. That's so
That
awesome.
sound.
That's so awesome.
Verse 22. Even the righteousness of God, which is by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach.
It says, even the righteousness of God, which is by the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. Right? Because we believe, like, we believing in Yahushua is believing in the second chance. Right? Because here's the thing. Yahushua's ministry is a guilting ministry. The law wasn't a guilting ministry. You could put a nigga to death for what he did, which was wrong. However, Yahushua's ministry, I look at you, you deserve to be put to death. However, I also deserve to be put to death. So if I put you to death, that means I have to die too. That's what faith in Christ is. And since I'm not about to do that, I don't want to live with that on my conscience. Because all it takes, a man's gonna put that woman to death called adultery. All it took was for another nigga to get mad at you and get out your business. That's all it takes. They had to put her to death for that. You're like, man, when he put her to death, he did this. And I got another witness too. Nigga, it don't matter how long ago you did it, you were gay, and you have to die. Right, so the law, that's what faith essentially is. Believing in a second chance. Right? You want?
Even the righteousness of Yahweh, which is by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach, unto all, and upon all them that believe.
Right?
For there is no difference.
Salaki. And then, oh, matter of fact, this is how what they're trying to say they're going to Jews and Gentiles. I read that again.
Even the righteousness of God, which is by the faith of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference.
Right, so what people usually do is they try to go to scriptures like this, and he be like, well, if you believe on Jesus, then that means that you saved. I never battle them on that. I go with their notion that, okay, cool, let's believe in Jesus. What did he teach? Go to every single one of his lessons. I mean, they're playing upon table. Who he's talking to and who he's talking against. He said Israel, I don't know how many times. I'm not going to battle you on that. I'm like, all right, no sweat. What did Christ teach them? Right? That's what they don't understand, man. Like, these people, they're just hypocrites, man. And the Christian church just loves the benefits that comes with our oppression. Because they're not oppressed as much. So they're willing to sell out for stuff like that. See y'all,
It's crazy. It's the last thing Yahweh Shai said. It's right after he rose up and then he went back over. So this Matthew 28 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
And this is another one of the verses they go to.
That's the last
Right.
thing he said.
Literally. And what I say every time is, what did he teach? He said to observe, when did he teach? When you go to Matthew 15 and 24, did he teach that? Did he teach Lazarus and the beggar? That's what he taught. So they try to go to all these different things. I'm not going to battle you if you believe what I believe. You believe that we should go after what Christ taught, for sure. What did Christ teach? 15, 24. It's simple. Right? It ain't always you gotta read in between the lines. Just go with your notion, man. But the truth is gonna always win.
That's right.
Right, we doing?
For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahushua, whom Yahweh has set forth to be a perpetuation.
That's what kills me right there. They trying to say, being set forth freely by his grace. Right? Read that again.
Whom God has set forth to be a propitiation, through being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahushua, whom God has set forth to be a propitiation.
This is the cut on it right here. He said the redemption, right? In order for you to redeem yourself, what you have had to first do. Exactly. You have to already be under it to be redeemed. You had to be brought back. The clips. It's like
Through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past through the forbearance of God. To declare, I say, at this time his righteousness, that he might be judged.
My brother's feeling it, bro. Good. Spirit. This kid's about all right. Good. Good. We'll be better than some. That's why we kind of keep trying to bounce around right now until we find a spot. When we find a spot, we're going to Kwame Asher.
Kwame Asher.